EarthLink been around for a long, long time. We do high-speed dial-up. That's pretty much our forte. So kidding, but yeah, exactly. So we've evolved dramatically over time. So a big space for us is the retail space. So retail, healthcare, any place that swipes a credit card and has security needs, which every company has. They're distributed, regional, national, et cetera. We get stronger and stronger the more locations that get involved and the more distributed the footprint. So kind of our philosophy, though, is security first, customer experience first. And when I say customer, I mean the end customer, their customer. So to bring in solutions like analytics and customer traffic and those types of things, and what are their customers doing and how am I supporting that from an IT perspective? So the kind of the areas that we're strong in and where we have been winning. We've got some big logos that came through Intelisys, actually. Ones that you've heard of, Del Taco or Gold's Gym or some of those types, who came to us from a partner that they came in with, a strategy of, okay, I've got security issues, we've got PCI issues. So if you're familiar with PCI, that's a big, big part of what we do. We have a whole practice around it. We have people who are trained. We have certifications, background checks, the whole thing. And that's where the conversation tends to start with us.
Other than connectivity, what else do you provide?
We have layers on top of that.
I was going to say connectivity is probably the easiest part that we provide because we've been doing it for so long. So really our conversations aren't around the connectivity. It's around, like Travis said, the business analytics, the secure Wi-Fi, PCI compliance, WAN optimization, IPsec VPN solutions. So really we go in and we're trying to address and solve a business need. And then the network part of the conversation becomes a pull-through. Similar, one of the opportunities that Travis named Gold's Gym, familiar with, right? Gold's Gym started off as a $10,000 conversation. $10,000 conversation that quickly grew into a $150,000 opportunity that's now billing $200,000. But it wasn't based around network access. It was solving a PCI compliance issue. It was about putting secure Wi-Fi into the gym facilities with the business analytics. So they manage and they monitor, usage and where folks congregate throughout the facility, and they move marketing displays based on those points. So that's really what we're trying to do is it's a managed solution, managed services. And solve that customer experience. And that's really what we're driving towards.
How about endpoint security within their locations? Manage that also?
Yes, that particular customer doesn't have it, but yeah, part of the solution is a lot of our services can be unbundled from the network. And starting with, we have an endpoint management solution from an acquisition called Centerbeam, who's actually out of California. We bought them a few years ago. So that starts as an endpoint management solution, and we layer on advanced help desk on top of that. So we actually have a lot of MSPs and VARs that are actually reselling that to their end customers. So be their help desk practice, be their mobile device management endpoint.
Devices on the endpoint, do you manage that? The security devices on the endpoint, do you manage that also?
Remote swipes, we'll do the security management. We have a dashboard and everything. You can look at what the status is, et cetera. And then, like I said, on top of that, the big play is help desk really helps pull through and differentiate us from the competition.
To see how the offering is created, especially if there is any synergies with some of the vendors we are working with right now, like Fortinet.
Based off IBM's Big Fix,
yes,
platform. So, that's our very quick, overview.
Retail easier for us.
Where we win all the time. So if you really ask us, where do when we walk in and a partner brings us in, and we basically can remove the competition every time. It's in retail, healthcare with a retail focus. So those types of things, again, if we're swiping a credit card. Outside of that, we absolutely win them all the time. It's usually going to be a multi-site with multi-layered. So we recently had a win where, it's 30 locations. We're putting in, T1 or above. We're doing a DSL or a private 4G backup. That's another differentiator. We do private 4G, so you don't actually have to have a firewall at the endpoint. So it's an MPLS 4G. So we bring that in, layer on hosted voice on top of that, put data center, firewall and managed services, security monitoring, the whole thing. So it's a multi-product solution. Tends to eliminate, again, the competition from a point solution that might be brought to the table.
And that's really the key when thinking about EarthLink. And it's retail or retail-like, but it's multi-site, multi-product, open to the public, processes for limited or diminished IT staff. Or they're looking to repurpose or reutilize that IT staff to actually give them what they were really hired to do. An IT manager doesn't want to have to do endpoint management or mobile device resets. So that's where they are able to outsource and leverage the EarthLink products.
Josh, can you sell the Centerbeam product or service by itself?
Absolutely, yes.
Perceived cost?
well, down at the mobile device level, it's like $5, and we can, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Mobile device plus end user support.
and then it's based on volume, right? I know one of the opportunities we have right now is Sprinkler. I mean, they've got upwards of 800 endpoint managements, and it's down to 1623 a seat. So that just gives you price points to think about. Yeah, get with Josh. Josh is your guy, and he'll bring in the support behind him that he needs. And that is the other thing that we have. You know, we've got layers of support behind Josh, so he doesn't have to be that subject matter expert, but he's got teams behind him that he can bring into the opportunity. And you know, we'll show up with the A team, the opportunity to help you guys win. And that's what we're here for, is to help you guys solve the problem.